I'm here today with my dog Ben, who can hear my voice and is very happily sniffing everything in this estate just north of Kilsyth. And originally, apparently, it was pronounced Colzium, meaning a leap over the gorge, and the gorge is just down that path and it is quite steep, so good luck to anyone leaping over it. And here's some information about it. So this is just off the Tak Ma Doon Road, as you can see here, that I was up before. The midges are under the trees. We've just been in the cafe where there was some kids upstairs. The acoustics are wonderful for screaming, with a very pleasant waitress, very patient with the children, and some other people with dogs taking shelter. Fortunately the rain's stopped now, but it was quite a downpour. Anyway, the reason I want to come here is just because I'm going around the constituency, just getting to know more about places that I've known the names of or passed or visited occasionally, because I was brought up in Cumbernauld, which is just the next constituency over. And it's just a beautiful place, and it's great for the dog. I do keep him on the lead. And also because recently in Sovereignty, my party, we've been thinking about land. And coincidentally, I'm studying land law. Now, not Scots land law, unfortunately, but English and Welsh land law, because I'm studying the LLB Bachelor's Law course with the Open University. And they don't do Scots law yet. Hopefully they will at some point. But it's also interesting just to think about land and think about who owns it and why. Now, just along the road from Cumbernauld and from Kilsyth is Lennox town, and this estate was owned by the Lennox family. And when a friend of mine brought his girlfriend over from Dominica, which is the other half of Haiti in the Caribbean, she exclaimed about all the names of streets in Scotland, and about the donors of various buildings at the University of St Andrews, where he was and I was. And among them was the name Lennox. And I explained that this was a name that was very familiar to me because of the proximity of the town. And what I didn't realise was that Lennox is a parish in Dominica, and it was part of the colonisation of that island, the whole island, at one point. And famously, Scots colonisation was not as successful, if we want to use that word, as English colonisation. It was a bit disastrous, but it did happen. And we do have a tendency in Scotland to blame everything about the British Empire on the English, and to accept no blame ourselves. So my point is simply that history is what it is. That people were good, they were bad, they were indifferent, they were different from what we are today, and that we can't judge them by today's values. But we can recognise that they did what they did, and recognise the benefits to us and to other people, and the detriments to us and to other people of their actions. And this is a very complicated issue, and I don't think it's one that we should simplify. So I've recently written a blog post in my other blog, which I will add to this, really thinking more deeply about this, and the fact that nowadays on the right and on the left, people tend to, I'm being bitten alive here, people tend to edit history in certain ways. So the right tends to make out that colonisation was altogether the best thing since sliced bread, and the left tends to make it out that altogether it was a terrible thing. And I suspect that the truth lies somewhere in the middle. So my point is simply that we need to think about land in Scotland. We need to think about how people obtained it, who has the right to it, and what we should do, if anything, going forward. And that's why I would like you to vote for me, Alan McManus, of the Sovereignty Party, under the umbrella of Liberate Scotland, for independence on the 7th of May next year, 2026, for Holyrood, for the constituency of Cumbernauld and Kilsyth. Thank you. Ben, Ben, Ben.